fans here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Burrow on first down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down, Burrow. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Fourth down.
So on fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
DJ Reader.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Brought down back at the 27.
Hurry. March 59. Hey, let's get in that hole.
Third and long for Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
With the give to Nick Chubb.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Shit. Hey, we're 33. Pistol. Hurry.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal.
6 man. Point it right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Stepping. Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
He'll have a first down and more past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
First down, Bengals. That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
They will throw on first down with Burrow, escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
It's third down and 10 yards to go.
On third down, Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for the Browns. 44 yards. First and goal from the 3.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Quirky with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Bengals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now it's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And the man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down.
It's 2nd down.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flush to his right. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
42-yard line.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Big stop, let's go! 57, come on!
Alert! Big time touchdown!
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. That's out to Chubb, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Hey, alert! Check, flag 57.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Complete to Tyler Boyd.
A good pickup there, a 22.
2 yards. First down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. First down, here's Burrow. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, here's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
On second down, Mayfield again. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
7-yard loss. Brings up third down.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Rip right. Mike's 59.
Mayfield being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. They had a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's into the clear. The 30, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And my goodness, another interception. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Second and 10.
Mayfield off the play fake. Rolling to his right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 39 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking now.
Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Bring it!
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
First down.
Burrow looking to pass. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Cincinnati.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 2. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Those INTs all sting when you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're continuing to rock and roll. And an intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Oh, that's a good job by Sam Hubbard getting home and getting the sack. And he does a nice job of setting the edge in the run game as well as applying pressure. Going into his third season now, 14.5 sacks in his first 2 years. Pretty strong for the former third-round selection out of Ohio State.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Olivier Vernon able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
It's second down.
On second down, Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards the gain there, second down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Third and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at their 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. On the left side, he finds Beasley.
Burrow's pass.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. To the air again, Burrow. Tyler Boyd, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 46 yards. And the Bengals are in for 6. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
It's a party now. It's a party now. 41 Mike.
Throwing now. Burrow on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for
that incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Dancing to his left. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield on play action. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, alert 33.
Jam. Tight dog. Shit.
Following the penalty, Chubb. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Man, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
35-yard attempt.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it this time. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. 40 wants the mic. 40 wants the mic. Hey. Hey, 4 wants mic. 4 wants mic.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, his 2nd sack of the night.
7 yards.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Wins the target, and he has it over the middle. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. They'll call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because
and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Bengals
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington.